Hey, and welcome to I Need a Hobby episode 3. Today we are making a chocolate ripple cake by none other than Mrs. Mary Berry from BBC Foods website. Let's go straight in. Insert jingle that I have yet to be bothered to make, even though I have an idea for here. So before we get on to actually making the base and everything, we need to preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius. That is 325 degrees Fahrenheit if for some stupid reason you live in another country which does Fahrenheit. Yeah, I'm looking at you. And if you're really old, then Gas Mark III does the job. So now we need to take our pan, which is a bit too big for us, and lightly grease it using, for me, some sunflower oil. Once you have greased your pan, move that to the side and bring over your large bowl and slightly smaller bowl and your scales. So once you've got the good old butter, you want to cut in 49 grams of butter, and then you need to throw it in the microwave for a short period of time until you come out with melted butter. So my butter exploded all over the microwave and got everywhere, so I'm just going to quickly whisk it up. Can you stop dancing behind the camera? Is it going to be another one of these? Yeah, that's it. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. They're going to hear you breathe. They can hear you breathe. So once you've melted out your butter, you then want to be able to take... What the hell? It's done in small packets. That is so cute. You want 100 grams of chocolate digestives. You then want to move this out of the way and this out of the way. You want to take it off and just sort of crush the... Okay, so once you have crushed in, or kind of crushed, I'll keep going. Once you've crushed in your chocolate digestives, and you want to just throw in the melted butter. Ooh. And mix it. Once you've mixed in your butter and your chocolate digestives, you want to press them into your prepared tin. Okay, so as you can kind of see, it doesn't really work. So we're gonna, the fork's fallen in. We're gonna create a bit more of, the base. Okay, so now once you've mixed that, now you transfer it across. Once you transferred it across and noted that it kind of looks a bit like, just looks like, you know, the Rice Krispies things. So it has to be noted that this is going to be quite a shallow base by the looks of things. Yeah, that's good enough. With this base, you want to take it and pop it in the fridge just so that it can help for when it gets to the cooking later on, and also just so that it's kind of out your way. Obviously, wash your hands. Okay, so now that we've done our base and we've put that in the fridge for now, we move on to the main part of the cake. So for the cheesecake filling, you want to get some chocolate and melt it. This recipe calls for plain chocolate. I'm just using normal Cadbury's Dairy Milk. And we need around, well, supposedly exactly 150 grams, which now needs to be melted. We have our chocolate melted. I'm gonna guess that they wanted us to use probably cooking chocolate for this, but I don't care, do I? Need to leave this to cool slightly. Oh, you don't say. So we need to take 700 grams of soft cheese, 700 grams exactly of cheese. Beat it until it's soft. Okay. So now we need to add in 225 grams of sugar. Exactly 225. That's all the sugar in my house. Gone. All of the sugar is here. Once you've added the sugar and the cheese together, you want to beat it until it is well mixed within each other. So once we've done that, we then need to beat in the vanilla essence, which I need to find. So you now want half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Okay, so once you've got your vanilla essence added into your whole mixture, you want to get yourself, oh, almost dropped it, you want to get yourself an egg. Nice egg from my chickens. Crack it in. And then you want to add these to your mixture and mix them all together. Once you've mixed everything together, oh my goodness, You want to move all that to the side, and then we need to get our base back out of the fridge. Spoon half of the cheese mixture, 1 spoonful at a time, into your base. So I'm going to sort of do globs. Okay, so I'm going to guess that's about half. So once it's been mixed together, you want to then add it into the gaps. That doesn't look the most appetizing right now. Pop it into the oven, which has been preheated for a hell of a long time for me now. You want to put it in there for, well, there's 2 options. It says either about 30 minutes or until the cheesecake comes puffy around the edges and soft in the center. Kind of like me, puffy around the edges, but when you get to my inside, I'm really soft, loving. So we pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes or until it's nice and cool, and in the meantime we clean up because there's a lot of mess around. And yeah, so once it's also got sort of soft and brown, oh well, and nice looking, you need to sort of leave it in the oven for a bit longer until it kind of, well, it says leave it in the oven to cool for a little bit longer, chill, and then cut up. So I'll see you later on. Hey, so it's a different day now, mainly because I had a couple of issues with the actual cake itself. The first one being I set the oven to the wrong setting. The second thing is the fact that the actual ingredients and the instructions doesn't call for flour, which I wasn't expecting. I just did it going on, shows I'm not a baker, but it didn't call for flour, which meant that the consistency wasn't going to be cake-like, it was going to be more of a cheese quiche. So this is my cheese quiche. I then put it in the fridge overnight, and I haven't tried a piece yet, but members of my family have, and apparently it's edible. So I'm going to go try a piece now. This is what it looks like. It's not the most appetizing sight, and it's kind of solid, but I'm going to try it. So it just kind of fell apart when I took it out of the thing, but let's still try a piece. So this is the bottom. It tastes good. Like really good. It tastes like proper cheesecake, which honestly I was kind of surprised by due to the fact that it looked like it completely failed. Yeah, cool. Half successful bake. Half successful bake is better than completely failed, which I thought it was. I honestly thought it was completely failed. Go away, fly. I honestly thought that this cake had completely failed and I would have to bin it, but lucky that I didn't. So, this was I Need a Hobby episode 3 featuring cheese quiche. I shall see you in the next episode. Peace.